Thanks, Jonathan, and thanks everybody for tuning in, and to Cam and Tricia for setting the stage here. Batting clean. The new guy is batting cleanup, just having been here for a couple of months, and let me say, I just building on what Tricia said is, I appreciate it is the Goldilocks questions. How much is too much, too little, just right? How do we know? And being here since mid-January, what's been fascinating to me is just about every venue I've been in, whether it's talking with county commissioners or town officials or state, federal elected officials, business community, NGOs, folks in the conservation community, folks at the Forest Service, Yellowstone, and of course the own employees at Grand Teton. The number one topic that is consistent has been changing visitation, not just the growth, but as Tricia was just highlighting, the changing nature of visitation. And then the beautiful thing is people are saying, so what are you going to do about it? And the interesting thing is about Teton, why we are a large part of the landscape, we are deeply integrated with the rest of the landscape. And that question of what are we at Grand Teton going to do about it is really a question of what are all of us going to do about it. And I think that some things, rather than talking about data, rather than talking about what's happened the last couple of years, particularly since I haven't been here, but I've been experiencing this at Mount Rainier and Yosemite and North Cascades, where I've been recently. I think really, Jonathan, it's focusing on the last two questions, like what's just right and how do we know? And I think the answer to that is really addressing other questions, which is where do we want to be? What are our desired conditions? What is it that we want to be 5, 10, 25 years from now? And particularly doing that in the context of, for the Forest Service and the Park Service, we are in the in perpetuity business. We are about being here and thinking about on the long term. And as everybody has said so far, right, we're not just managing for the views of the Teton Range. We are managing for what we want is a truly sustainable ecosystem, right? A place where people can come and they can see moose and bear and bighorn and have clean water. We also want resilient communities with a high quality of life for residents. And we want to be able to be celebrating, preserving, and teaching about authentic cultural heritage, and doing that on a long-term scale, not just in 2021, but in 2051 and in 2071. And I think we understand the conceptual concerns. There are many more people coming to the ecosystem. And Jonathan, as you point out, there are people who are coming to visit who may be living elsewhere most of the year. There are more people who are coming